Here's the question every investor circling D-Wave Quantum is secretly asking but rarely says aloud. How did a company with barely $24 million in annual revenue become the psychological fault line where hedge funds, governments, and the AI and supercomputing elite all collide? How did a small Canadian quantum firm become the ticker that rises and falls not on earnings, not on product updates, but on the shifting mood of global technological ambition? And before we go any further, those watching this through Shorts, you can tap the full version link below to hear this story without any cuts, since the full breakdown includes the trading strategy at the end. So please stay with me until the conclusion if you want the complete market context. This is the story of QBTS. And narrative has been so volatile and so emotionally charged that unless we trace every anomaly, every deviation from how companies normally behave, we cannot understand why this stock sits near $24 today, down from almost $47, yet still shockingly high above the $1 levels from earlier this year. Nothing about this price action is normal. This is not a stock reacting to quarterly earnings. This is a stock reacting to the global belief system surrounding quantum computing itself. And because the full trading strategy is included later in the video, make sure you stay until the end, since the price zones and risk windows only make sense when viewed in the context of the full narrative. To understand where this volatility came from, we need to go back to 2007. In the world of advanced computing, the usual sequence is publish peer-reviewed papers, then validate results, then independent replication, and then commercialize only after consensus forms. D-Wave ignored that. It flipped the order entirely. In 2007, at the Computer History Museum, it declared that it had built the first commercially viable quantum computer. No prototypes released for scrutiny, no verification cycles, none of the normal scientific safeguards. That kind of inversion is extremely unusual and implied one of two things. Either D-Wave had genuinely built something ahead of its time, or it was strategically using shock to accelerate commercial adoption before the scientific community made up its mind. Either way, this move carried massive consequences for its valuation. Then came 2011. Lockheed Martin purchased the D-Wave 1 system with roughly 130 qubits. Defense giants do not normally adopt exotic hardware without long cycles of classified simulation work, redundancy checks, and multi-stage verification. For Lockheed to move early suggested they saw strategic asymmetry. Either quantum could matter sooner than expected, or falling behind might become a national security risk. That single purchase boosted D-Wave's credibility more than academic papers ever could.